Alright, this video I'm going to show you all the best PC optimization settings for the lowest input delay to make your gameplay even smoother. Okay, so we're going to go on over from your in-game settings all the way to Windows settings and then jump right into the control panel settings. Okay, so I'm going to first start off with your in-game settings. By far probably would be the most important one. And over to graphics, display mode, make sure this is on full screen exclusive. Very, very important. Full screen borderless, in my opinion, gives you a little more slight input delay. Okay. Display monitor adapter. Doesn't matter whichever monitor you're currently using. Alongside with the adapter as well. Screen refresh rate. All right. Make sure this is on your highest refresh rate on your monitor that you're currently using. Some people don't realize that they don't have it on the highest one set. They have it on the default one once you start up the game after you uninstall it. It starts off at 60, I believe. Okay, so make sure this is on the highest one. Display resolution, I currently game on 1920 to 1080. Aspect ratio, leave this on normal, I don't touch that. Display game on 2.2. I believe that if you game on a TV, you currently have to have this set on 2.4, but I just leave it on 2.2. Okay. Nvidia Reflex low latency. This is really important. Always on plus boost. Okay. I don't touch these. Custom frame limit unlimited. Of course, you want the highest frame limit possible while you're gaming. Alright, heading over to quality. This is important, okay? This also can be used for a low-end PC as well. I'm going to show you guys a few different changes when it comes to you guys having a PC on the low-end side. Low to mid-range, okay? Render resolution. 100 always, okay? Regardless, even if you have a low-end PC, keep it on 100. It'll give you the best possible graphics in-game. I don't touch dynamic resolution. Upscaling / sharpening. Okay, fidelity cast is your best bet. Okay, and then you're gonna click show more. I have it on 50 currently, and I'll explain to you further more into the video why. But if you guys want to set literally everything on low, everything on very low in terms of in your quality settings, okay, put it on 100. Okay, I have it on 50 just because I don't know. I like the graphics more when my text resolution is set on low. But you can either keep it on 100. If your game has caused a little more stuttering and a little more crashing, I'd say lower it down to 90. Okay, I have it on 50 for me. I don't know. That's my personal preference. You can always mess around with it. But if you have like a lower end PC on the lower, okay, the lowest, you can set this to Nvidia DLSS, okay, just to get more frame rate. But do not use this when you have a high-end PC because this will cause input delay, okay? I don't touch these. These I have them both off. VRAM scale target, this is pretty important. It even says on the note when experiencing hitches and visual, delays and stutterings. You can mess around with this. I have this on 70, okay, but for some people 70 causes more hitching and crashes. You could put it up to 80 and then see how it goes. Okay, has been experienced some frame drops along with the numbers by 10. Okay, so I like to start from 70, go up to 80, and then go up to 90. Okay, variable rate shading, I have it on. This is very important. Keep this on. Improves performance. Texture resolution, I have this on low, and this is why. Okay, I have this on low, and my fidelity cast, upscaling, sharpening is on 50. I think it's just like, how can I explain it in like a very simple term? It's like a good little trick to kind of get a good optimization for the performance in a way. Okay, texture resolution low, texture filter anisotropic. I have this on high. It's been said that I'm pretty sure this gives you a little more boost in frames, so I have this on high. Depth of field, I have it on off. Detail quality off, or low, sorry. Particle resolution very low. Bullet impact doesn't impact your performance at all. This on off, this on low, this on demand texture streaming. This is another important setting as well. Usually when you start up the game after installing it brand new, it'll automatically set to 32, okay? You want to change this and bring this all the way down, okay? You don't want none of this. This affects your input delay, okay? Have this switch to minimal as well. Everything here, you want it off or on the lowest. Local texture streaming quality, this depends if you're streaming or not. As I know, I'm not streaming, so I have this on low. Shadow quality, very low. Off, low. These are all low, okay? We're going to go over to the controller settings. This is personal preference, but for your dead zone, which I will get right into it, actually plays a big role on your input delay, okay? Horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical stick sensitivity. This is technically 7.7, okay? The two best sensitivity people use currently is 1.65 and 1.55, okay? That's just my opinion. I like 1.65. This just works the best for me. I play a default flipped. I have a scuff. And, I mean, these are just off. Whatever, control vibration off. Dead zone inputs, okay? Currently, I'm running 262.99, okay? This is probably like the most used ones currently towards competitive and pro player sides. But you guys could mess around with it and just mainly have your left stick minimum and right stick minimum pretty low, okay? I used to play on 42.99 when I used to have massive input delay on a non-scuff controller and a DualShock 4 that was currently running a USB, micro USB, okay? 42.99 actually works pretty well for me, and it reduces input delay, okay? If you're not really liking it, you could, and if you want a little more kind of less delay, you can lower this down to 1, okay? So your main source is just to lower your left stick minimum and your right stick minimum, okay? You guys can mess around with it, personal preference. Just don't touch your right stick max, okay? Leave this at 99. Left trigger and right trigger, bring this all the way down, okay? So your main source is left stick min and right stick min. Your aiming sensitivity, I don't touch this. I just keep this at 1. ADS sensitivity multiplier. Aiming advanced sensitivity. This is really important, okay? I suggest all you guys should have this to hit your shots better. This instant and aim response curve type dynamic, and then click show more. Make sure this is on the highest possible, which is 1.00. Okay. Motion sensor advanced settings. People, actually, I know Biffle, he uses FOV sensitivity scaling, but a lot of other pro players, they don't. So you can try out. It's all personal preference. For some people, it might work. It might be beneficial. Try it out and give it a shot. But the rest, I just leave it on normal. Movement, this is important. Have tactical sprint assist on, and just click show more and bring this all the way down to 0. Okay, and then sprint assist sideways on, sprint assist backwards on. Oh. Mantle assist off. Off. Corner slice, you can have it on. Some people have it on. I know Swag plays it with on. I just have it off. In my opinion, I swear, I think it just causes some type of delay when I'm sliding. So I just kind of have it off, and I don't really find it beneficial for me, in my opinion. Slide dive behavior hybrid. These automatic airborne mantle off. These are just personal preference. Movement setting. Single tap sprint, and yeah, if you guys want to copy these are just all personal preference right here. All right, the second thing for the lowest input delay is overclocking your controller. This is used mainly by a lot of pro players and a lot of casual players, okay? I will leave a link down in the description on a tutorial video on how to overclock a controller. It's very, very easy. I'm not going to show you in this video. I'm just going to go over more on the Windows optimization side. But this is really easy, okay? I'll leave a link down in the description on where you could download this and the best tutorial video there is out there. All right, this is going to be kind of like the main source of reducing input delay. This is super, super important, and which would be the Nvidia control panel. You're going to right click on your mouse, click show more options, and head on over to Nvidia control panel. These settings are by far the best optimization settings for your Nvidia control panel, which would take effect on any single game you play, okay? Regardless, even if you have a low-end PC, this is perfect for you, okay? These are both for low-end and high-end PCs. I'm gonna scroll through them slowly. You guys can slow down the video and copy them. All right, and also make sure your resolution refresh rate is on 280 hertz or whatever the highest monitor refresh rate that you have or are currently using. And this is pretty much it for this. Okay. All right, for the final settings to reduce the input delay, head on over to the search bar all the way at the bottom and head on over to game mode settings. All right, so you're gonna make sure game mode settings is on. Head on over to graphics and optimization for windowed games. You can have this on if you want to play Windows full screen on Warzone or any other game. Okay, I just have it on, but I don't play Windows full screen. Just in case if it automatically switches by itself and I don't realize, I'll mid game it could switch by itself. I could still play without feeling that input delay and mess up my shots. Okay, so you can have this on, and then go under that would be advanced graphics settings. You're gonna make sure hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is on. Very important. Okay, and also this is just a little more extra. If you wanna head on over to privacy and security, Windows security. Give it a second. Open Windows security. Virus and threat protection. Manage settings. You can turn all these off. Okay. All right, and then head on over to device security, core isolation, memory integrity. Make sure this is off. Make sure that these are all off. And that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy.